I had a lot of writings. I'll just start with the first one since then. The mind has tricked you into believing that its thoughts and feelings are your own. The mind steals your identity and makes you forget that you are dreaming. When you give the mind your reality, believing that you are an individual, you become a slave to that belief and allow the mind to become your master. The key here is to remember that you are only dreaming. Your life as an individual person who was born and will die is imaginary. All of your body's history and memories have nothing to do with you. You have no history. You are forever present. Pay attention and do not allow the mind to claim you as its own. There is a difference between having a mind and being a mind. Having a mind is convenient. Being a mind is torture. I've had like a bunch of writings since the intensive, and they all seem to be along the same line of remembering that this is a dream. Just keep reminding yourself that you're dreaming this life, that this is not who you are. The mind, what it does is it does its job. It's protecting the body. And part of protecting the body, the mind sees something it likes, and it goes, I like this. And it's telling the body, this is good. And then it sees something it doesn't like, I don't like this. And then it sees something, oh, I did a good job. And then it starts feeling real good. And, it's like so that's the intoxication. The mind sucks you right in. And you see, so it's like the idea that this is all a dream, it's true, but in truth, there are things about the dream that you really like. And you don't really want to give them up because they're nice. They're nice benefits. And then there's other things about the dream that you don't like, and you would be happy to get rid of them. But you see, you're going to have to choose one side or the other. It's either all a dream or it's all real. You can't have half of it real, the half that feels good. And this is the thing, really. You see, you become addicted to certain pleasurable sensations of your life as an individual. When you're sleeping, you have a dream character in your sleep, and you hate it when you get woken up because you were in the middle of the dream. It was so interesting. It was like so cool. And it's like someone wakes you up and it's like, damn, you'll never get back to that dream. And it's like, oh, it's ruined, because it was so nice, right? That's what it's like here, except that, hey, you all are in this, you're listening to this stuff. So I think everyone here is pretty much over it on one level. On one level, you're over the dream. It's like it's enough already. So the thing about it is that you want to be able to consistently see this as a dream instead of buying into this as something that is real. This is not who you are. Lord, thank God, this is not who you are. And the thing about it is, when you buy into the dream, what you're doing is you are basically committing yourself to death, because this dream ends in your death. Because the dream character will die, at the end of the dream, you see? Now, the who that you are, that doesn't die, and that was never born, you see? So there's a certain freedom in it. That's why some people, they call this liberation, right? Because you're liberated from birth and death, because this is the who that you are is beyond all of this, it's beyond time. You see, you get sucked into this world of limitation and form, and you don't consider, and once you're in it, that there's something beyond what you know in your mind. But what you know in your mind is very limited. In fact, all you know in your mind are limits. That's all your mind perceives are limits. Your mind cannot absorb infinity. It's not equipped to do that. But infinity is who you are. That is your true nature, is infinite. That's my name, Ananta. It means the infinite. So there's my teaching. That's who you are, the infinite. See if you can remember. Now there's and to remember it, it takes a certain persistence. Like I asked, who's continuing with their homework? This is lifetime. This is it. Like if you take, everyone has their business, everyone has their work, everyone has their relationship, everyone has this and that in their life, but everyone has spare time. Everyone has time where they can just sit down and be. And so what I'm suggesting is those moments that you have time, be with this, be with this. Really find out where the thoughts are coming from. What is it in life that is real? If you know that this is a dream, what is real? And I've given you lots of hints about this. What's real can't be really put into words because words themselves have limits and distinctions, and what's real doesn't, you see? But still you can get a sense of it from the words. They're pointing you in the right direction. Let's see. Okay. Beware of the mind, for it has captured many a spiritual seeker and entangled it in its web of lies. The mind pretends to be on a spiritual path, but in the end, the mind is always self-interested. The mind's primary goal is survival. It will seek spiritual aims as long as it sees them as a benefit to itself. The mind is all in favor of feeling good. If the spiritual path makes the ego feel better, the mind is all in. This nonsense about getting rid of the ego is not something the mind takes seriously, because if it did, it would want nothing to do with it. The mind is not an ally on a sincere spiritual journey. The mind embraces you like a loving friend and then intoxicates you with pride. Before you even realize what has happened, you find yourself confined to form and limits. In the end, you become trapped in the prison of personal identification. Personal identification brings death to all who embrace it. Stillness is the remedy. Stillness stops the mind in its tracks and puts it in its place. Stillness is not hard to find. It is always here. Everything that you perceive arose from stillness. Go to that place which precedes your thoughts. Go to that place which precedes your thoughts. Go to that place from which everything you think you know came from. Go to source. Stillness is there. Use your mind for this, its final mission. Do not allow the mind to sneak its way out. Find the courage to stand up to the mind's seductions, distractions, and threats. What could the mind possibly hold over you? It is, after all, nothing more than an illusion purporting to be real. If anything is real here, it is you. You live in a world that is timeless. You are the essence of everything which merges all distinctions into itself. Wake up from your dream and be who you are. So, yes.